Gibson would hit balls regularly 440 feet into the bleachers in left field. You know, he really showed people just how good he was and how much better he was than every other power hitter in the major leagues. And I know people tend to exaggerate the accomplishments of black baseball players because there really are no statistics. These teams didn't play set schedules. They didn't play 154 games a year against their league opponents. They were barnstorming around the country. But I really was able to put together all 40 of those box scores from Griffith Stadium and see this guy hit 10 home runs in 40 games here in the hardest American League ballpark to hit a home run in. And just you could see just what a great ball player Josh was. Josh wasn't just the best black player at that time, the best hitter. I think he was probably the best black hitter ever.
Josh Gibson and his teammate first baseman Walter "Buck" Leonard formed the most feared batting twosome in Negro League baseball. Together they led the Homestead Grays to 9 consecutive Negro National League championships from 1937 to 1945.
Buck Leonard, if Gibson was called the Black Babe Ruth, Buck Leonard was called the Black Lou Gehrig. He was very quiet, left-handed first baseman, a very good fielding first baseman, also a power hitter, but not like Gibson, not sort of like these titanic home runs, but more of a line drive hitter. Definitely a home run hitter. Definitely took advantage of the right field wall at Griffith Stadium.
And he and Josh were the home run twins. It was sort of like Ruth and Gehrig or Mantle and Maris. Buck would come up after Josh, and the poor pitcher, you know, had to face those two guys, 1-2 in the batting order.
It so happened that Buck only lived a block from me, and I got a chance to talk with him every once in a while when he was home, but he was very seldom home. So I grew up until he brought the Grays into Rocky Mount for an exhibition game, and I don't even know who they was playing, but anyway, I fell in love with Josh Gibson. Oh my goodness, what a hitter, what a player.
Gibson was also the partier, the drinker, sort of not a wild man, but he just really liked to have a good time, and Buck Leonard would be sitting on a park bench doing crossword puzzles. And where Gibson had problems sort of mentally, you know, some people say that he was using drugs. I don't know that for a fact, but he was definitely abusing alcohol. By the mid-40s, Gibson's mental problems sort of started to really manifest themselves, whereas Leonard was on the team from 33 to 50. And for 17 years, that's why I say he was the backbone. He was just so steady. He wasn't drinking. You know, he wasn't running off to Latin America for a bigger payday like Gibson sometimes did in the 1930s. You know, he was with the Grays through thick and thin.
Josh died very young. He died in '47, January, right after Jackie got on, joined the Dodgers. And some people say he died of a broken heart. We know he died with a broken heart anyway. Probably contributed to the drugs that he started taking, and that led to a stroke, and that was the medical cause of death. But his heart was broken. I think after '42, when Griffith said, "We can't get you on the Senators," it sort of took the fire out of Josh, and he never was the same happy-go-lucky guy he used to be when he was younger, and he died at the age of 35.